everyone, and we are back. I know we haven't been doing all the videos that we said, but I've been really busy again, and I now run Mercedes-Benz Warrington. This is our new site. So today we're bringing you something a little bit different. So a lot of people don't know that we run an Inchcape Mercedes-Benz Motability scheme. So today I'm here with my lovely colleague Lisa Brabin, who's going to talk us through the whole scheme and give you lots of information to help you make your purchasing decision. So Lisa, welcome to YouTube. This is your official debut on our Inchcape Mercedes-Benz channel. So before we go and sit down and have a chat, can you just tell me who is eligible for the scheme?
Of course, so anybody that's eligible needs to be receiving the higher rate of DLA.
So that's disability living allowance?
Yep. Enhanced rate of PIP, so personal independence payment.
Okay.
You can have the Armed Forces independent payment.
Okay.
Or the War Pensions Mobility Supplement as well. So anybody receiving those things are automatically eligible for Motability.
So just a quick question on the Armed Forces. What does that actually mean with the Armed Forces? Does that mean anyone who's been in the Armed Forces or anyone who's in?
Yep, so anyone that's been in it who's now receiving the allowance, so they've come out of it and they're automatically eligible to get a car.
Well, I didn't know that, so that's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing, Lisa. Let's go and take a seat.
No problem.
So Lisa, how long have you been working with us here at Warrington?
So currently for Warrington, I've been here since April last year, so almost a full year. I've been dealing with Motability for about 6 years, so I know the scheme pretty much inside out.
And what was it that attracted you to Motability sales rather than retail?
With Motability sales, I feel that it's a bit more personal than retail, so there's a lot of different angles, a lot of different reasons why people want cars. So generally speaking, if you was coming into a dealership, you'd want the looks, you'd want, you know, the flashy things. Motability is completely different. So what they need is they need a car that's going to be a little bit more individual. So we look at maybe boot space if they've got a wheelchair, or you know how the seating positions are, how the doors open. So they need a little bit more thought put into the cars.
So with regards to the type of customer that you see, what kind of disabilities do you come across?
So we come across all different disabilities. It can be anything from sort of your physical disabilities, so people could either have lost limbs, or they could be in a wheelchair, they could be anything really. Then there's the flip side of it, so there's the anxiety, there's sort of depression, there's all that is covered, so that's under the mental side of things.
Okay.
They also qualify for cars, even people with carers qualify for them, so you come across lots of different types of people.
So even if you have a carer, you can qualify still for the scheme?
You can, so even if you're a disabled person, you don't necessarily have to drive the car. You can have up to 2 drivers on the scheme. So you can have a carer, you can have a family member, you can have a friend even.
Right, okay.
There's certain criteria, but it's really, really flexible.
I wasn't aware about that actually, that you could have another person. So how many drivers can you have on the car if you qualify for the scheme?
So initially you can have 2 drivers.
Okay.
You can add a 3rd driver. That would be a small cost. You do that afterwards, but from initial application you can have 2 drivers. So it can be the disabled person and a family member or friend. It can be 2 family members or friends. It can be anybody you wish.
So that really fits in well to your lifestyle then, really?
Yeah, it does.
Am I right in saying as well, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not the expert, is insurance included?
Insurance is included, and it's fully comprehensive insurance as well, and that's included for both of the drivers, not just the disabled person.
So they're totally fully comprehensive, don't need to worry about any other costs when it comes to insurance?
Not at all. So within the whole package of Motability, you've got insurance included, you get breakdown cover included, you get sort of replacement tyres if your tyres are worn, windscreens are covered. On your insurance as well, it is European cover, so if you decided to drive to France or Spain, you can do that as well. So that is all included in the scheme, so it's kind of like a just add fuel.
Fantastic. Yeah. So it really takes away the burden of having a car because you're fully looked after and you've nothing to worry about apart from the fuel.
Nothing at all, even the likes of your MOTs and your service costs, that's all covered within the scheme as well. We on site here look after all that as well, so we'll contact the customer. We also provide sort of courtesy cars or collection and delivery services, so everything's thought about.
If their car has to come into us for any reason?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So Lisa, another question for you. What cars are included on the scheme?
So on the scheme at the moment, the price list does change every sort of quarter, so every 3 months there'll be a new price list, and potentially there may be a few different models, but as it stands, currently we've got the A-Class, which is our smallest hatchback.
Okay.
And we've got the B-Class, which is this one behind me here. So
the black car.
That's a little bit bigger. We have a GLA, which is an SUV.
Okay.
And we've got a CLA, which is more of a coupe, but there's also an estate version of that as well.
Okay.
So they're the ones, so they're quite varied, and they are quite individual, so they'll fit each person's need.
Okay, brilliant. So that's 4 cars. So just for those of you watching at home, Lisa mentioned then about every quarter the deals change. In the motor industry, it's quite common for us to have offers that will run for 3 months and then another 3 months. And those quarters, they start in January. So in January, February and March, you'd have one deal. In April, May and June, you'd then have another. So if you're wondering how often those 3 months change, that's the intervals. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about the cars then. You've just mentioned you can get A-Class, B-Class, CLA and GLA, yeah? So what can we do to the cars? Can we adapt them? Can we put controls on? What can we do?
So again, every car is individual, so depending on the person that's coming in, we've had a few customers previously who have needed like left foot accelerators, so in that case we'd order them an automatic. We'd remove the accelerator pedal and pop it on the left hand side so that it makes it easier for a customer. We also do things like steering balls, so if the customer's struggling to hold onto the steering wheel, it's really easy to just manoeuvre.
Okay.
We can fit hoists in the back, so if people are struggling to lift wheelchairs in, the likes of the B-Class will fit a hoist in the back which will then lift the wheelchair for the customer. So again, it's really easy for the customers to get in and out, to get their equipment in and out. Whatever they need, we can cover.
Okay, and do we do the adaptations here on site or do we send them somewhere else?
We send them somewhere else, so we have a couple of adaptation specialists who look after that side of things. We will liaise with them and the customer as to which adaptation fits which vehicle to the best.
Perfect, okay. So the reason why Lisa and I wanted to do this video, in all honesty, is because the Motability market, I feel, hasn't got the attention that it deserves when it comes to a customer base that's out there. And I recognise as a general manager that when the customers come in, we want to make them feel part of our business.
Yep.
We want them to feel part of the Mercedes-Benz brand. But I also recognise that they can feel quite nervous sometimes coming in. Lisa, give me some examples of some occasions whereby people have come in and you've been able to really make them feel at home.
Okay, so say there's a customer who comes in who's got like a cognitive disability, which is kind of very mental. It might be an anxiety problem, it might be a depression. Coming into a dealership can be really overwhelming. So as they come through the doors, you know, it's a big place, there's a lot going on, and a lot of people feel uncomfortable. So with that being, if you take that right back from point of contact, when the customer contacts us, I'll look after them from that point. So I'll send them either emails or phone them to let them know where the parking spaces are, who to see when they come in, so they feel comfortable coming into the environment.
Yeah.
I'll greet them at the door or at the reception desk, whichever they want, and then we'll go off into a bit of a quieter area where me and the customer can, you know, be a bit more personal. There's not as much going on, and then at that point they feel a little bit more at ease.
Okay, brilliant.
And then we can get to what they need.
And of course on site we have all facilities such as disabled access toilets, and we don't have any stairs etc to get into the building, so that's no problem at all. And I would say that I've seen you a number of times, Lisa, with customers, and it is very much making the customer a part of our business and making them feel at home when they're here, because we're so used to the big lights and the bright glass and all the cars, but it can be quite a daunting experience, so we want to make sure that our Motability customers are especially looked after when they're on site.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. So I hope that's given you an insight into the Inchcape Mercedes-Benz Motability scheme, and I hope that you've enjoyed meeting Lisa. Lisa, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Just if you want to get in touch, the details are all below. If you want an appointment or if you want to call just for a chat, feel free and I'll go through everything you need to know.
Fantastic. So as always, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for all of our followers. We really do appreciate it. Our Instagram links are below, our Twitter links are below. Make sure that you share this video, and I really do hope that this has given you a good insight into what Inchcape Mercedes-Benz can offer you. Thank you now. Bye-bye.